Write a Poem, Save Your Life is a guidebook to the core of self. It is a way to use poetic writing to fall in love with life, to fall in love with yourself, and to approach everything that happens as an opportunity to learn and deepen and accept and understand. This book is for anyone who's ever wanted to write poetry and hasn't known how to begin. It's for seasoned writers who want more inspiration. It's for anyone who's willing to dive in and find their own wisdom and their own treasures through poetic writing. So often we go through our lives and the things that are disappointing or sad or hurtful, loss and trauma and devastation, these feel like obstacles to our path. But really what we learn through showing up with ourselves, both in writing and in life, is that whatever shows up, no matter how challenging or how beautiful, that this is the path. And through our poetic writing, we learn how to explore every texture and hue of our experience and to create something meaningful that leads us to greater clarity, understanding, self-acceptance, teaches us how to make beauty and meaning out of what is often overwhelming, and then to have something to share with others or to go back to and read ourselves later to more deeply understand ourselves and gain insight from the things that we've gone through in our lives. Poetry writing is definitely important, and it absolutely can save lives. It saved mine, and I've seen it save other people's lives. There are so many people who say, poetry saved my life. There's something that happens when we engage in writing, especially when we write with pen and paper, and there's something visceral about pulling the ink of a pen across the texture of paper. It engages our bodies, our memories, our experiences in a way that's very available to us. And so our writing becomes this deep communication and communion with ourselves, almost like a mirror. And there's ways that in our writing, we can say things that we could never say to someone else, sometimes that we can never say to ourselves. And there is this quality of absolute honesty that we meet in ourselves in our writing. And in meeting this honesty, the feelings that are so overwhelming become something we can work with. It's almost like we take one step away, and yet we're also 1,000% engaged with our experience. And naming the feelings brings us into a place of greater clarity, acceptance, understanding. And from here, our writing becomes a companion, and we'll seek it out again and again because of the way we show up for ourselves and what we learn. And I always tell my students, when you get to the place in your writing where you don't know what you're going to say, you don't know what you're going to write, and you write something new and you access your own wisdom, this is when your writing begins. This is when your writing becomes something that's alive and that you're engaged with the life process of this. That's exciting.